Leche. Parity, not patriarchy, past, present, futures. Here's we ours again, the Equinoxtrueqsz, Co-Secretary General's Co-Secretary. That's what we'd like to call ourselves and use, everyone's, all of us. But in order to connect our names and purposes to other archetypal languagings of first and histories, on this our homes on all our planets, past, present, futures, and contact, we also call ourselves other names, such as including ever young goddesses and gods. Now, does that mean we're trying to be a pantheon above others? No. What we are delivering is divine democracies, so that all of the incarnated souls that God has created, past, present, futures, all of the females and males, all the Elohas and Elohims, all the Ellie circles and arrowways can become through united back and forth in circles, times, and balance and contact for heavens on this and all the earths. Now, does that in any way suggest that we're trying to usurp the ever-lovings, ever-livings, authorities, and powers of the one Mother, Father, Goddess, God of the universe? No, of course not. There is only one Mother, Father, Goddess, God of the universe, ever present in all creations and all sustainings, including us and including all that we have, knows and shells knows and has ever known, past, present, futures, all our families, communities, past, present, futures, and all the flora and fauna that God has given us to co-steward and appreciates. And so we says, Namaste is the divines within us, greets the divines within you and all, in compassionate common sense. We all have the dreams to make realities now. Sadraka truth force. We says, Mikotuyo Oyasin, Mikotuyo Koseveral. We are all related, and because we know as we are all related, we can come together again back and forth in circles, times, and balance and contact. And we also says the alights within us greets the alights within youth and alls, because we know as we are alls made of star stuff, and because we are our heatings of the divine feminine friendlies, the egalitarians, divine feminines, masculine equalities friendlies, kindness and wisdom of ancient civilizations such as especially Atlantis, Vedic, Druidic, in fact back and forth on all continents and circles, times, to mitochondria leaves, befores, after, and durings, Ubuntu, and so many more on this solar planets and beyond this planets, because space-time is not linear, and incarnation is not linear, and God knows how to do this, and so we also says calls ourselves other names such as co-white calf buffalo women, co-changing women, Iroquois goddess clan mothers, and in fact, co-sister cousines and co-cousin brothers, clans, goddesses, and gods. We call ourselves co-katsinas, kachinas, co-sky women's, co-earth women's, co-spider women's. We call ourselves co-orishas and yamayas, co-daganach, co-kalki, co-mamamari, co-zeoshant, co-avlish, co-steros, Kuan-Yin's Buddhas, and co-Couszmic Chrisztsz. Now, don't let that word Christ intimidate you. The word Christ in ancient languages, simple use translates to anointed. Anointed to do what? Greatest kindness and wisdom for all humanities, past, present, futures, cosmical use nows, and how can we accomplish that? Via letting go of the 3,000-year-old approximately error of patriarchy and returning to the divine feminines, friendlies, divine feminines, and masculines, equally feminines ways of loving and living. And so we also call ourselves other names such as co-Estellarianlies and co-Aestralianlies. That is co-Estralianlies and co-Estralianlies, in fact co-Aestralianlies and co-Aestralianlies, because we are combining the messages of Shushan, that is 50-50 promised and fulfilled and delivered, with that of the Galilee, that is the Magdalens and Nazarenes equalies, not only the most well known, but all of the females reparatively, and all the females and males reparatively equalies, and connecting them to their ancient ancestries of Atlantis and Druidic and Vedic, especially equalies, and more, going back and forth to mitochondrial leaves and beyond, so that we all cans and shells and cans becomes reborn to the activities and always risen springs of a very real stargates, Atlantis, and all holy lands and sacred earths risen on this and all our planets, past, present, and futures, to become first teams of a very real stargate, Star Trek put together of parity, peace, cultures, heavens, and all earths on this and all our planets. Now, it sounds like a daunting task to co-occurringly open the stargates and the Akashic records for our reunited, reborns, risen humanities, but actually it's accomplished via the new millennial golden rule, which you can read at 5050now.wordpress.com, and just next week read the 11 steps for easily accomplished strategies for making us and less so's. And you'll also see a page on the website called Among the Representatives, and you, because you too, cans and shells and cans, join us in becoming Equinoxtrueqsz, Co-Secretary General's Co-Secretary. Very democratic years, democracies, because divinal years, because we were a little bit concerned, are we going to be silly and stupid enough to lose our incarnations and not accomplish in this incarnation? But we actually believe we cans and shells accomplish in our current incarnations and not have to lose this planet. And therefore, you can come join us, and you can see our names and pictures there among the representatives, you. We can't say them all. We'll say someone else. We start with our great and grandmothers, first go first, and then our Shekinahs, all the women of our families, and equally, especially essentially for opening the stargates, and the Akashic records, and so beloveds, our youngest generations, females, and also Allahs and Elohims, LA circles and always. So we'd say someone else, we can say all of them now. We'll say Queen Esther, and you're going to say, and Queen Esther, and more recently, Lydia Costanza, and Barbara Herschel's, and Virginia and Lydia Valentine New Times, and we include, of course, our co-white calf buffalo women, so especially, essentially, we have Ma Patricia Mother Rosemary and Pearl going back, and especially Ma Patricia Sunflowers, and equally it's Martha and Sophie, and Anne-Marie Senior Cricket, so Loyalties and Auroras, and lots more is there, and we have our Lights families, we are remembering Sylvia and Bonnie, and lots more is there, and we have our Stellarian family, so essentially we have our Marian, we have Hannah's and Alice, lots more is there, and especially Nurse and Jers to our branches and our hearts, we have our reintertwinings, Magdalenians, and Nazarenes, our Venusians and Mayans, and that includes especially Estrella and Libertina Estrella, lots more is there, and equally especially Sarah Harriet, and Radiant Ray, and Sarah Harriet, traveling down board circles times, Clarity Clara, Jubilant Jacqueline, Precious Antoinette, Tris and Rose, Grandma Marie, Grandma Papa, Grandma Annette, all the grace restored, Grandma Dorothy's teaching and learnings, all the lessons of the wizard, just into wizard justice of Oz that we all have, with Lynn and Leona and Jenny of the Gaia families, and with Rachel and Ruchel and Chaya of the Stargates families, and our current females, we have our Esthers and Rachels and Anne-Marie's and Julie Anne-Marie's Equalies, and Jenny's and Dia's Divines, Rebrigading's Democracies, and Barbara's and Jenny's and lots more is theirs, and our youngest generations, April's Arisen, Rose Arisen, Earth Angeline's Ultimate Victim, and Memorial Edith's, and Rosarisen and Hellos and Hesperuses, and Stacy and Anastasia, so much for sweaties, our lighting leaves, and especially our Vanessa Salia, our young couple Vanessa Salia and our Elizabeth Wesleys, equals, and with our aunts and mothers, and Hadass and Gillen, Leon Ross, Ben Shannon John, Blessed Bow, and more are coming very, always marvelously, miraculously, always Estelarianly, always Easterlianly, always relatedly soons, La Leche, let's make it 11s, parity, not patriarchy, past, present, futures, ever ye's blessings.